Hi, I'm Alison Sundset. I'm a CEO in HoloCare, and it's actually so really fun and a great pleasure for me to talk to you a little bit today. I've never been asked before, so it was actually quite nice to have some reflection time of what I thought and how, yeah, what it is to be a female leader, and especially as a female leader in a highly male-dominated field where I am. So I'm working in deep tech. Yeah, in a startup in Oslo in Norway. So I've had 3 startups, and I just took the time the last 24 hours to reflect a little bit back about how much I've changed. So I think as a leader, you have to keep your values very much in check, your female values, of course. So one of my qualities and perhaps one of my ways of leading is I always have thought of and treat also my team as part of my family. So I think of it as my extended family. So I treat the team as if part of my growing family. So with respect and always allowing them to fail and learn just as I have done through my career. I think it's very good to be very transparent about your feelings. Of course, not let them spill over, but I think transparency is one of the great assets that a female leader should have. One of the key assets to success is that you should always remain open to learn new, always remain open to connect with new people, new environments, and learn. So during the last couple of years, I guess like you and me, we've all been very isolated. So it's opened up this new opportunity to connect with new networks. And I've found that that's given me a lot of energy. It's created a lot of wisdom and insightful wisdom, which I can carry on and move on my knowledge through the team. So it's much easier now, of course, to carry on this now because we're more and more used to having this mobile or distant digital network. I think through the years, I've also learned to take responsibility for my wins, and more importantly, responsibility for my losses. So celebrate your wins, but also take that extra responsibility for your losses. Why? It's because one of the reasons that you grow is because you reflect on your losses. You use much more energy thinking while you failed than actually what you've achieved. So I think that I see my losses now because I feel more confident in myself. I see my losses as my growth. It's a growth engine. It gives me the ability to take risks because I see more gain. But also taking responsibility for losses is hard and it's hard to accept and it's hard to communicate. But I think this builds trust in your team when you do communicate that you have failed. And I think it's essential for both self-growth, but also for your own vulnerability. So sharing these stories in a constructive way gives you more credibility and value. I think one of the assets of a woman also is this huge ability to adapt. So we adapt to our environments. We all like to stay in control. We all want to stay in the driving seat. This is key to particularly in a startup, to the vision, to hold the driving seat of the vision of a young startup, which is exactly where I am now. There's always many twists and turns in the journey, but that keeps you alive and it keeps feeding that female internal drive. We're always able to move in our environment, adapt in our environment, exchange knowledge in our environment, and also exchange that knowledge throughout the team to make it, to share the problems and also to keep them on the same journey as you are. I think also we're able to adapt in a good way. In the startups, you usually have many balls in the air. And we're also very good at keeping the balls in the air, but also landing them at opportune moments. I think that's an asset as a leader. So I believe in myself. I believe myself as a female leader that it's important to remember to gain strength and courage and confidence by every single experience that you have. Every knockback should become a learning. But remember, the key point here is always share your learnings. Thank you for listening to me, and especially have a fantastic Women's Day. See you soon. Thank you.